welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Shalaka Deshpande. In today's class, I'm going to discuss about the USB, Universal Serial Bus. Now, all of you must have seen your mobile charger, and there's a, wire connecting the mobile charger and your mobile. Okay, so that is nothing but our USB connector. You have also connected your laptops or mobile with a mobile or desktop PC with your mobile phones. How do we connect them? With a USB cable. Now what is this USB? The full form of USB is a Universal Serial Bus. It is a serial data transmission wired bus. It is a wired bus which transmits the data serially. Okay. Now we will start the USB. I hope you have the general idea of what USB is by now. Your laptops and desktop PC, have you seen the slot, type A slot? That slot is for the USB. Okay, and let's get started with the Universal Serial Bus. You can see the diagram in this on this board. See, this is the diagram of the connection topology, tree topology of a Universal Serial Bus. In this connection topology, you can see there is one USB host, and this USB host is connected to peripheral devices via USB cable. Means USB cable connects USB host and the peripheral devices. Okay, and every USB host is having a controller, and that controller is connected to hub, and hub is connected to peripheral devices or slave devices. Okay, now see, you can see the hub at this level is connected to the hub at another level, and that hub is connected to peripheral devices, and these peripheral devices form a star topology with your host. Okay, this tree topology is nothing but the star topology. Okay, at every level you will see a host connected with the peripherals or slaves, and that forms a star topology. Okay, now this Universal Serial Bus, this is what the construction. Now how does it work? How is the data transmitted in the USB? Okay, now see, what happens is first this USB host polls the peripheral devices or slave devices. Polls means what? It checks, USB host checks whether the slave device is ready for communication. First it will poll the slave device 1. If it is not ready, it will poll the slave device 2. If it is not ready, it will poll the slave device 3. And if the device 3 is also not ready, it will poll the slave device 4. Okay, and if the device 4 is ready for communication, it starts communicating with that device. Polling means to check whether the slave devices are ready for communication or not. Okay, that is polling. Now, how does the communication takes place after polling? Now, polling is over. Now, how is communication taking place? Now, this host device supports 127 slaves. Okay, and this host sends a token packet to the slave device or a peripheral device. Okay, now what is a token packet? See, token packet sent by host device consists of fields. Okay, one field is a type of USB packet. Second field is a direction of a USB packet. Third field is the address of the peripheral device. And fourth field, see, is the endpoint number, means a peripheral device endpoint number. So there are 4 fields. I repeat, first field is the direction of a packet, second field is a type of a packet, third field is the address of the peripheral device, and fourth field is the endpoint number. What is the number of that peripheral device? Endpoint number of that peripheral device. So this is what transmitted by the host to slave. Okay, now this slave device, when it receives the token packet, when the slave device receives the token packet, and if the address in the packet matches with the address of the slave device, it is ready for communication. And when the slave device is ready for communication, it sends the acknowledgement packet or acknowledgement bit, and When the host receives that acknowledgement bit, the transmission takes place. So handshaking or acknowledgement bit, handshaking bit or acknowledgement bit indicates whether the slave or a peripheral device is ready for transmission or not. Okay, fine. Now this was about how the communication takes place, and see, whenever you are connecting the USB between the host and the peripheral device or slave device, then the communication takes place. Data communication is always in the packet format. Packets are transmitted from host to slave, and communication is always a host initiated one. Means this host and this host always initiates the communication. Okay, fine. Now whenever there is a data transfer, there are various types of data transfer. Means whenever the data is transferred from host to slave. Okay, so there are 4 types of data transfer. First is a control data transfer. Whenever there is a control data transfer, host device sends order or command to slave device. Read, write and other orders. Okay, means host device sends command to slave device is a control data transfer. Next is a bulk data transfer. Okay, in the bulk data transfer, block of data is transmitted, and if there is one error present, there is a error checking and retransmission of data. Example is a printer. Whenever there is a printing operation, it is a bulk data transfer. Now next is a isochronous data transfer. Now see, in isochronous data transfer, bit stream is transmitted in the real time. Okay, and if there is any error in the transmission bit stream, there is no facility for error checking or error connection after retransmission. Okay, so example of this is a medical equipments. For example, your ECG machine, it monitors the heartbeat status of the patient. Okay, now in that ECG machine, current scenario is the status of a heartbeat, and that is displayed on the screen. So it is real time. That is real time. It is not recorded. Okay, so that is isochronous data transfer. Next is the interrupt data transfer. Interrupt is similar to polling. Okay, interrupt is similar to polling. Whenever there is a small amount of data which is to be transmitted, interrupt data transfer is used. Okay, and example of interrupt data transfer are your mouse, keyboards. These use interrupts. Okay, so we have covered type of data. We have also covered the construction and working of the USB. Now one more important thing I would like to tell. A USB cable has a 2 ends. One end is having a type A connector and another end is a type B connector. Type A connector is used for upstream communication. That is, whenever you want to connect to the host, we use a type A connector. And type B connector is used for downstream connection. Whenever we want to connect the slave device, we use a type B connector to connect the slave device. Okay. So this was about the connectors. Now suppose example is your mobile phone. Suppose you want to connect a mobile phone to your laptop via USB. You want to transfer photos in your laptop. So how will you do that? Type A connector connected to laptop and type B connector connected to the mobile phone. Okay, and then if you enable, then the data transfer takes place. Okay, fine. So there are 2 connectors, type A and type B, on a single USB cable. Fine. And what are the examples? Where is USB used? See your pen drive, pen-like devices, then your printers. You want to connect printer, tablets, mobiles, then your keypad, mouse. These are the peripherals which are connected to the host via USB. So USB is connected to use this device. You can also connect your digital camera to your desktop PC by USB device. So these are the uses of the USB, Universal Serial Bus. I hope you have enjoyed this session and understood this session. Please like, share and subscribe my channel. Bye-bye.